And I'm Donnie Simpson. How you doing? Welcome to my podcast. Also want to welcome a very special guest. I'm thrilled to have this guy on the show today. He is a legend in the music business, period, and in hip-hop, just a god. Jay Prince is with us.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, how you doing, brother?
How you doing, my brother?
Man, I'm doing good, man. How's everything with you?
Oh, man, it's beautiful. It's been a beautiful journey.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
How long has this journey been, Jay?
About 30 years.
30 years?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Every bit of that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Does it feel like that long? Has it gone fast?
Man, real fast. Very fast.
Yeah.
And I still feel like I'm 20-something.
Well, you look 20-something, man.
Thank
What do you
you,
do to
man.
stay in shape, bro?
I eat one time a day,
Uh-huh.
eat plenty of fruits and nuts,
Oh, is that right?
and get my sleep.
Okay.
Yeah. With a little help in other areas. Yeah.
What about exercise? What do you do?
Yeah, I definitely exercise.
Yeah.
I do a lot of push-ups, sit-ups, little weights here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 3 miles every so often.
Oh, every so often.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you look good, man. You need to do a book on that.
Hey, man, you do too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you got to get it in. I mean, if you like this journey and you want to
Yeah.
be here, then you need to take care of yourself.
It's real.
Yeah, yeah. You started the business 30 years ago. What prompted you to go into the music business?
Well, I started Rap-A-Lot Records because of my brother. His name was Sir Rap-A-Lot.
Mm-hmm.
And, it was at a time where he would rap in my ear all day, every day.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't want to see him get in bondage in the streets.
Mm.
So I made a deal with him. I say, man, if you will stick with this rap game and give me your word that you would be devoted to it, I'll support you in rap.
Mm-hmm.
And he did for a while. And shortly after, he went and got him like 20-something years in the penitentiary.
Oh,
So,
wow. Wow.
I found myself in a position where I had to keep my word with the other guys that was in the group.
Mm-hmm.
And it was from keeping my word that got me blessed beyond my expectation.
Mm.
Yeah, I entered the music world.
Wow. Yeah, and obviously no regrets.
No, not
Yeah.
at all. Not at all.
The music business is a fascinating business to me because things can happen so quickly, it seems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tell everybody the music industry, and I'm in the boxing business as well.
Yeah,
It's
right.
two cutthroat businesses.
Mm-hmm.
And, like I know, you have to really learn the lay of the land and
Yeah.
move accordingly.
Yeah. Now, boxing as a promoter, right?
As a manager.
Oh, as a manager.
Yeah.
So you manage fighters.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I started off managing Floyd Mayweather
Oh,
and went on to Sugar Shane Mosley,
Oh, really?
Roy Jones,
yeah.
Andre Ward, Diego Corrales, Winky Wright. The list goes on and on.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So is that still part of your portfolio? Do you,
Oh, yeah.
you still do that?
Yeah. I'm definitely more so active in that than the music business.
You've got to turn that over to your son, right?
Yeah. I have 4 boys, and
Uh-huh.
3 of them are active in the music world.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But the music business has changed a lot over 30 years.
Oh, man, constantly. You know what I mean? With this new social media movement, it's day and night.
Why?
Yeah.
Why? What makes that? Why is that? Why does that make it different?
Well, I tell everybody, back in the day, in my era, it used to take me 6 months to break a record and do certain things. They
Mhm.
can punch a button and do things I used to do within 6 months. So, that's
Wow.
that's big.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, what about record sales? Because I would imagine with free downloads and stuff, I mean, that impacts the sales of music, right?
Oh, most definitely. You know what I mean? In a major way. That part of it, I wouldn't miss.
Mhm. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I love the CD era, the cassette tape era where, I could sell a CD or album and see my profit.
Right.
Whereas the downloads and the streaming is a different ball game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do you make money? How do you make these 360 deals that we hear about? Is that one way that they make up for that loss?
Yeah, and that's an interesting thing because back in my era, I started off, for example, with the Ghetto Boys, and I started off managing them. I done everything,
Mm-hmm.
and as we got successful, the majors criticized me being the manager of the group that was on my label.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? This was
Mhm.
a way everybody criticize and say, "Oh, you can't do that. Don't do that."
Mm-hmm.
And now, as you can see today, the 360 deal is live and in effect.
So you originated it.
Yeah.
But they didn't like it when you were doing it.
No, it was wrong for me. You know what I mean? But it's right for them.
Yeah, right.
We know how that go.
Yeah, right. Oh, yeah, no question. So just for the sake of the audience understanding that, a 360 deal is that before the record company would only make their money from record sales.
Right.
Now it's whatever that artist makes, from T-shirt sales to concert appearances, everything.
Right. Yeah, management. Ain't no telling what they may want to put in it.
Wow, really?
You know what I mean? There's no limit.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a different day.
Oh, day and night.
Yeah. Have you ever? I was thinking about this earlier because I was thinking about Berry Gordy, and Bob Johnson selling their businesses. Very successful Black entrepreneurs.
Right.
Has that thought ever crossed your mind?
Oh yeah. I definitely had a lot of thoughts where that's concerned. But as everybody know, I'm big on holding my content. My publishing. I love having that residual income, because to me that's something that I can leave for my kids, my grandkids. Yeah, and on and on.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so it's hard for me to let that go.
I get that.
Yeah.
And I would imagine you feel an allegiance to it. I mean, that it's yours. It's your baby.
Right.
I don't know. I've never been in that position, but I would think that it would be hard for me to give something up that I created and loved.
Yeah. It's definitely that way. But at the end of the day, I respect whatever decision people make with theirs.
Mm-hmm.
I just have that thing where I don't want to let it go.
Yeah. And you've always owned it yourself. I mean, never any thoughts about taking it public or anything like that?
No.
Yeah. You want to run it.
Just cruising along. Now, tomorrow is a different day.
Okay, you never know what tomorrow brings.
And sometimes
right.
people make offers you can't refuse. So I
look
forward to that.
It happens.
Yeah.
So tell me the highlight of your career.
Well, it's a lot of highlights, but one of them that I wrote about in my book is my transition from the streets to corporate America. And that was one of the hardest decisions that I make. And, I'm hoping, and I know people would be inspired by my book from reading how I made that transition, because there's so many brothers that are in bondage, you know what I mean, where street things are concerned.
Mm-hmm.
And because they don't know of no other way, or they don't trust their brilliance. And my thing is, I want to be an inspiration to all of those that's in bondage, that if I could do it, y'all could do it. You know what I mean? Because I was there. I was in bondage. I felt like, okay, I had to do this in order to survive. And it's like my grandmother would say, it's a lie from hell. You know what I mean? So, hopefully, one would be inspired to free themselves and give it a try, in corporate America.
Yeah.
Simply meaning something legal.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I had read or saw an interview with you where you were talking about, how you used to be criticized at first about, giving people that, ex-cons and stuff a chance, but that you believe in second chances.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're from that. You know that.
Oh, yeah. Do I know it? You know what I mean? It's a sad thing, the way our society is, where second chances are concerned. A lot of people feel like people don't deserve second chances. And I was able to create the #1 independent record label for years by giving people second chances, ex-cons, ex-drug dealers, wrapped around a few people with degrees, you know what I mean, amongst all of us. And we was able to do something great.
Yeah,
together.
Wow. As you're saying this, I'm hearing Curtis Mayfield.
Yeah.
It's a song, Pusher Man. which I remember when that was out on a Superfly album, and Curtis Mayfield was criticized greatly for this because of, the lyrics for want some coke, have some weed, I'm your pusher man, baddest bitches in the bed. I mean, but then when you get to the last verse, he says, got a woman I love desperately, want to give her something better than me.
Yeah.
Been told I can't be nothing else, just a hustler in spite of myself. So, you get to that and it's like, wow, it's people are who they are because of a set of circumstances.
Yeah.
They didn't come here that way.
Right.
It's a set of circumstances that made them that way.
Yeah.
And so to me, that when I listen to that song and that verse, it's like Curtis saw value in everybody.
Right.
And that's what I'm hearing from you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I definitely am that way. You know what I mean? And you be criticized for being that way, but you are who you are.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I tell everybody I'd rather, before I disown that I love, my community and stuff like that, I'd rather be dead. And that's a strong statement, but I feel that strongly about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm real devoted to that I love.
Yeah. And you told me you're still there. You're still a part of that community. You never left Houston. Still there.
True.
Yeah. Wow. I understand you have some houses in other places, but you still have one there.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So tell me about the Ghetto Boys and how that came about, because that was the most successful act for you, right?
Yeah, definitely one of the most successful acts. The Ghetto Boys was my first group. It was a name I came up with because I wanted to be a voice to ghettos around the world. Mm-hmm. So I put together the Ghetto Boys. I actually put together 2 sets of the Ghetto Boys. Mm-hmm. And the first set, I had a partner that I allowed to try a lot of things his way, and it was a loss one after another. And finally, I took a trip to New York and was able to visit Def Jam and sit with Leon Cohen, some of those guys, to really get a inside vision of what they was doing. Mm-hmm. And it was there I made the decision for everybody to move. We had moved to New York for 6 months. They was out there, my staff and a few people I had working for me. So I told everybody, let's go home. We have to be who we really are. You know what I mean? And I lost that first set of the Ghetto Boys and a lot of the other groups because they were followers. They wanted to follow the New York sound. They wanted to follow the New York movement. So we went home to Houston, and I searched the city inside out and came up with my new members of the Ghetto Boys, which consist of Scarface, Willie D, Bushwick Bill. Mm-hmm. And I brought them together, and I told them, I say, now, I'm going to write some of these rhymes. I don't know how to make them rhyme, but I'm going to give you some subject matters and some stories. Make them rhyme for me, because this that people trying to write about is me. You know what I mean? You know, a lot of these guys been perpetrating and writing things that, I know is not real. I'm going to give you some real subject matters. And that was our game plan, when we went to the table, and it was that album, On That Other Level, that was our successful album.
Yeah, they were an amazing group. I mean, and we got to talk about this because it's one of the most fascinating things: the classic album cover. Yeah, for the Ghetto Boys after Bushwick Bill had been shot.
Right. Yeah. Right. That's the "We Can't Be Stopped" album cover.
Right.
And Bushwick, one night about 3 or 4 in the morning, I got a call from Beto, a producer, letting me know that Bushwick had shot his eye out. And the story behind that was Bushwick came home from a club and had been drinking at Everclear. And when he got in, he playing with his girlfriend's baby, acting like he wanted to drop her off the second floor and telling the girl to shoot me. For some reason, Everclear had him wanting to feel a bullet. So, he put the baby back on the bed, and he playing with that little gun, with a cock gun. Mm-hmm. And eventually, when him and that girl was kind of scuffling, that gun went off and hit him in his eye. So I pretty much thought that was the end of Bushwick when I heard the story from the phone. I'm like, in the eye, oh, that's bad. So as we got to the hospital, Bushwick was functioning without that eye as if, you know what I mean, it wasn't that bad. I'm still
Already?
thinking, yeah,
Wow.
I'm like, whoa, this should be pretty, worse than what it appealing right now. But Bushwick, was, had the eye patched up and, you know what I mean, which eventually led to us, saying we can't be stopped. So this is a test of we can't be stopped. And we done that album cover. We shot that portrait. He pulled his patch off. That wasn't a plan. He pulled his patch off right in the midst of the shooting and the photo shoot, and there it is. We went with that.
Wow.
Yeah.
But it was your idea to call a photographer to come down and do that at that moment.
Well, it definitely was a team idea.
Oh,
you know what I
okay.
mean?
All right.
We meant that we couldn't be stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we definitely decided we would do it right there at Ben Taub Hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the criticism that you guys had to endure? I mean, with the kind of lyrics that you were presenting. I mean, how did you feel about that?
Well, at the time, it didn't matter to me. You know what I mean? It didn't matter to me because I believed in that freedom of speech thing to the fullest, and every subject that we spoke about and was speaking on, it was some substance and validity behind those subject matters where we were concerned. We wanted to be voices for ghettos all over the world. So, we were like news reporters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we had to speak and say the things we said. And, as you stated, it brought a lot of criticism. Definitely in that era because hardcore reality gangster rap wasn't embraced at the time. So we would go to places like New York and get booed. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah, they wasn't ready for it. And so many of the major record labels wasn't ready for it. Geffen Records refused to even put out our album when they had, heavy metal artists with an even worse, content that they was, putting out, but they wouldn't put the Ghetto Boys out.
Wow.
Yeah. So we endured all of that, and at the end of the day, the major labels who denied us was chasing after us, the rest of their career to sign with them.
Why do you think it was that double standard initially, though, like from Geffen? Well, were you putting it out on one side but won't allow me to do this on the black side?
Yeah, well, that double standard was around before me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's going to be around after me. And, I don't think that they ever changed. But, they just, whatever their reason was, they can come up with them.
Oh, yeah.
But it don't make a lot of sense when you doing the same thing for heavy metal artists.
Yeah, that seems to have always been the argument for people that would look at gangster rap or hardcore rap and say, it's so hard. Don't want these messages coming to our kids. But it was like, but this is reality. And for some communities, this is, like you said, we're reporters. We're just telling you what's going on.
Right. That's the way it was. And, interesting thing, I wrote about it in my book because, I feel like every parent have a responsibility where what goes on in their house. And I didn't have gangster rap playing in my house with my kids. You know what I mean? Because I understood they was kids and I didn't want that music raising them. You know what I mean? So I remember when I was young and had access to all types of things, and I understood what it done to me. I understood how it aged me a little sooner. You know what I mean? I got a name, one of the elders in my neighborhood named me 19. I was 9 years old.
Wow, really?
And my grandmother said, "Why you call him 19? He said, this boy has the mind of a 19-year-old. And it was because of the things I had access to, you know what I mean, in my hood, in the house, and different things like that. So there's a responsibility that goes along with being a parent, as we all know. And one of them is to monitor and not allow from the TV to, the artists, records, whatever it may be, to raise your kids for you.
Yeah. Wow. Fascinating. Man, he just have had the most interesting career. Much respect, man. Thank you for coming in, brother.
Hey, thanks for having me,
Really
brother.
Appreciate you, Jay Prince.
Yeah, privilege and honor, man.
Well, same here, brother. God bless you. All right. Oh, man. Jay Prince, my guest here on the Donnie Simpson podcast. We'll see you next time. God bless you. Peace.